Brac Abundance. What? Fisticuffs? Yeah, give me a knucklebuck of glory. No, this is our story. Brac Abundance. Welcome, ladies, fellas. Say, hey, yeah, fellas, hey, yeah, and everybody else. Hey, hey, Todd. Welcome to our Tuesday show, 6 p.m. Are you ready for what we've got in store for you today? Firstly, I'd like to say sorry that Robin could not be here. She's moving house. And first up, we have Share Your Smile with two wonderful, gorgeous artists, and you're going to find them and see them in a moment. Then we've got Love Letters. You sent your love letters in. Have you got your love letter today? And then, guys, you're not ready for this. We've got our yoga workshop for you live, helping you to feel alive, and then we've got some very special surprises too. So I hope you've got your brew. I'll just be here in the rainforest with the parrots and the mosquitoes, ready for you. Brac Abundance, our collective. Enjoy, share your smile. Off you go. Bye. Welcome everybody to Share Your Smile, and thank you all for being here. Today is a very special day. This is a special day because it's so sunny. It's so sunny, and today we are in somebody's garden. Don't worry, we are 2 meters apart. We're very apart, but we're connected in our hearts. So this is number 3, Share Your Smile, and today we've got two guests, not one, two. Are you impressed? I'm impressed. And these guests are two wonderful people. One of them is called Caroline Beatty. Caroline is owner, maker, designer at Nyama Designs. She's a cosmic and abstract painter. Paints on woodwork and instruments, paper and canvas, acrylic and oils. And I tell you what, guys, she's so talented. The work that she makes is so beautiful, and we're gonna see that as we go along. She's set it all out for us in the garden, and I mean, really, it's really gorgeous. And the second person who we're gonna have joining her is Laura Edwards. She's a performer, theatre maker, designer, facilitator of goodness, and she works with children too at the Z Art Centre. And we're gonna talk a little bit with her as well about life and about art and about So without further ado, firstly, before we begin, we're gonna have a moment of silence because that's how we begin all of our Share Our Smiles. So I invite you to just close your eyes, and we're just gonna take a moment just to be with our breath. And if you notice your mind is wandering, this is for you guys at home too. Just bring it back, and we'll just have a moment of silence. So just from now. Okay, and then when you're ready, we'll just take a deep breath in and we'll let it out. Maybe you want to move your body. How's your body want to move? Okay, and we'll get ready. So, cool. So, welcome, ladies. So, if you wouldn't mind telling us who's who is Caroline and who is Laura? Can you guess, audience? Have a little guess who's who? Who's it? Go on, relieve us of our mystery.
I'm Caroline.
So that means that you are...
Right. That means that I'm Laura, yeah.
Hey.
I think that's me, yeah, Laura.
Cool. Well, the first question I wanted to ask you was, tell us a little bit about where you are in your life and how you got here.
Well, at the moment, I'm in quarantine, and that's because of the same reason that we're all in quarantine. And I'm starting university in September to teach art in schools, high schools. And this quarantine has kind of been a blessing in disguise for me, because I've been able to focus a lot on my artwork. So, I would say I'm a full-time artist at the moment and I'm really enjoying it. I've also been teaching workshops with Laura in the recent past, and that's been really, really beneficial for my art career. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Where am I now?
Yeah.
And how did I get here?
Yeah. Not just a bus or a plane,
Oh, right, yeah. So, I'm in the garden right now, literally. But in my life, I'm at actually a really great place.
Fantastic.
I kind of, this whole, similar to Kaz, like this whole time to just really like reflect and like go deeper into my practice and explore new things has been really amazing for me. I feel like I'm at like a really pivotal moment in my life, in my creative life, because I'm just able to just do what I want to do every single day, and it's great. And I'm kind of like in between like hospitality jobs, and I've kind of got to a point now where I'm like, right, no, don't go back to a hospitality job, just keep going and keep pushing and keep doing what you want to do. And this time has just really kind of grounded that in myself, so I feel pretty blessed to have this time.
Yeah.
So you were going to say something, go on.
I'm sure a lot of other artists feel like that with this opportunity. If they've been able to be furloughed, if we've been able to be furloughed, we're in a good position. But just want to acknowledge that there are a lot of people that aren't in as good a position as us. But yeah, it's just
I feel like in a similar place. Just have to look over here. I feel in like a similar place. Like I've also had 9 weeks. I've been furloughed. I've not had to do anything that I didn't want to do, and actually looking back, I'm realizing I can't go back to the way I was living. I can't go back to doing this job that I didn't really fulfill me, and all this space to deepen my practice. And although for me, unfortunately, I hurt my wrist, so what could have been in a very wonderful time of recording has led me to different places. So I also have to kind of like been looking at how my anger like, wow, come on man, I've had all this time and I can't play. So there's also beauty maybe in the not getting what you want to. And I do want to learn all about your workshops, but this has just led in so well, and the question has been ripped apart. But it hasn't. It's okay. So the question is, do you think that being artistic is an innate ability or something you can develop? Now, this question came because I was in the garden with my housemates, and we were talking about, they were doing a life drawing class. And in that class, one of my housemates, he was a bit tense about it, and he got quite upset about what he'd done. And then me and my other housemate were talking about art, and I feel like, personally, I'm not a drawer. I look like, it looks like a 4-year-old has drawn. And she was saying, that was just the question was, do you think it's innate? What do you think?
So I don't know. What do you think?
I do think that creativity is in everyone, but stress and our own minds gives us a lot of creative blocks as people, especially if we've not been brought up around a lot of creativity in the household. And it's a belief within yourself, and just being able to have a totally clear and relaxed mind that brings the creativity on. And it can be in many different forms. I think everyone has the potential to be creative.
Yeah, I suppose everyone has like the ability to be creative, but I suppose it's whether or not they find it like a certain like form of creativity enjoyable or not. So like someone who's really interested in like space or something, that would be their creativity and like exploring that, or like maths or whatever. Like some people are really academic, but I suppose that's also a little bit of creativity as well. If you go really far into something, I suppose it's a form of creativity.
You can be creative in a business meeting. Just thinking outside the box is being creative. There's a lot of different kinds.
I guess like what you mentioned about kind of like, if you like my housemate, she is really practical, really very good at like making things and using her ideas to, you know, she'll know how to make the bench, but she grew up with her mum who was also creative, and like you said, that I think that had a big impact on her, whereas, you know, I can use my example. I didn't know how to do any of that because I wasn't brought around somebody who was like that. And I guess I think what you said really, really is kind of stuck, is that these beliefs that we have in our mind. So even like being at school and me drawing something and the teacher being like, you know, kind of laughing at it, you don't know how much that really has a hold on you. And I wonder if you've got any experiences like that that's happened in your past that you still feel like has affected you in that way at all.
Not really, no. I mean,
Woo!
I was like, I mean, I probably do, but I can't really, like, I was always, like, on stage all the time in school. Like, if there was a production on, I was, like, centre stage because I absolutely loved it. But I guess, like, on the other hand, like, when I was doing more academic stuff or, like, subjects that I didn't really enjoy, I probably felt a bit silly or a bit ashamed or whatever because I wasn't very good at it. So the opposite, I guess. What about you?
I just remember constantly creating art with my textbooks and like drawing like lines and patterns and boxes around all my text, and then getting in loads of trouble for it. So then I just thought, like, I much preferred being in art classes because I could do what I want in terms of that. And I have a really vivid memory of my teacher shouting at me for decorating my textbooks. And then I have only positive memories when I was drawing with other kids and painting. So that's probably had an impact.
And it does bring me back to that feeling of, it does feel like innate somehow as well. I'm not saying that, you know, creativity is a huge ray of, maybe we are just creative beings, but, you know, we all do like different things. So I'm more musical than artistic, and it, you know, it feels like you were drawing all the time. That feels like that. It does feel like there's something innately like a talent, like a gift, you know. And I don't think everybody has these gifts. Like, somebody's gifts might be theatre or being on the stage and being, whereas somebody else might, you know, I feel like we all do have different gifts and different talents, and maybe our nature is drawn to something different, and as we grow up it just develops.
Because I, like you say, I'm always wanting to perform. Like, I'm a really physical performer and I love performing and being centre stage, but when it comes to art, I'm a bit like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, like, do I do that? And I kind of, and like with music as well, I enjoy playing music and singing, but sometimes I feel like, because I don't know how to write songs, I'm not very good at writing songs or anything, I have to really work at that, whereas performing on stage, it's my natural style, so, yeah.
I would love to hear about your workshops that you've been doing together, and if it's something that, you know, you're planning to do something in the future, or just tell us a little bit about that if you'd like.
Yeah. Well, we decided to combine both our arts for a specific job, and they were quite long workshops, 2 hours, were they?
Yeah.
And we would do 1 hour with a bunch of autistic teenagers, just painting, and then the second hour we would do performance and drama and dress up, and it worked really well together because just added a little bit of balance, and the dress up helped to spark their imaginations because they weren't really that used to using their imagination that much. So yeah, it just worked really well together, and It was a good opportunity.
Yeah, it was fascinating because when we started the job, we kind of went in as like, art and drama based workshops, and they kind of didn't really get that brief, and they thought it was just fully art workshops. And then we went in and we anticipated that they were all going to absolutely hate the drama, because with autism, a lot of autistic people struggle with imagination. They don't understand why you would imagine something. So yeah, at first we kind of had to like break through a little bit, didn't we? But we kept going, and we found that some of the young people were like so imaginative. And as soon as we brought the fancy dress, like things like hats and scarves, they were like in another world, and they were like completely in this role play, and they loved it. And we just kind of went along with it, and in the end it was not about putting pressure like this has to be art and this has to be drama. It was just really free flowing, and we kind of just had an open space with lots of different activities, and then they could go to wherever they wanted to. And yeah, in the end I think they really got quite a lot out of it, and so did we. So
yeah, they absolutely loved it. Oh. It's a shame it had to end.
I know, but yeah, we definitely want to do it again, don't we? We want to,
yeah,
hopefully,
if we can find the right place to teach it. And because this was a project funded by the Arts Council, and now it's over, so it's just about finding the right students now.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody knows, or if anybody likes that, you can get in contact. We're going to have Kaz's and Laura's details at the end, their emails, and yeah, we can always get in touch if that's something that you'd like. And I think there's something about being fluid and fluidity in workshops, isn't there? To not be so straight, and to kind of just let the flow take you.
Yeah.
Something beautiful about not being too rigid, like this interview.
yes.
Don't know what's going to happen next. So, do you find, like, when you're doing your paintings or when you're performing, it's a release in any way?
Yeah, you go first.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I mean, it's a complete release, because it's like, for me, when I'm like moving, or when I'm like learning a specific part to play in a show or something, it allows me to like physically exert myself, obviously, but also like really like go into a character and be something that I'm not for a bit, which is really nice, to just step out of the normal monkey mind Laura and go into another person or another thing, and just really go like explore it. So yeah, it's a big release for me.
Yeah, same. Like, I can't even tell you how many really emotional days that I've just got out my paints and a canvas and just released everything onto the painting, and felt 100 times better afterwards. Yeah, and it's also really relaxing and just meditative in a way. Yeah.
If you were looking at a young aspiring artist who was about to go, just finishing high school, what would you tell them that you would have liked to have heard? For you, an artist, and for you, maybe a theatre maker or somebody who's interested in drama, what would you say? What would you say if you could hear that?
I would just say, just trust that it's going to work out, and believe in yourself, and don't give up on one single idea. Like, it may take a long time to become successful and find your style and, be on the right path, but as long as you don't give up and you don't distract yourself with loads of different ideas all at once, you'll get there with trust and belief.
And I would say, if I was to look at a young one, I would say you are enough. I would say, no matter what you do or where you go, just remember that you're enough. And just to take things slow, step by step, and easy, no pressure, and to have fun and play and move your fingers, move them all. So, On that note, we are going to go into the next phase of the interview. And guys, we've got a very, very exciting phase because we're going to go on a virtual tour around Kaz's art gallery. And you're going to have a song by Laura. So, I mean, you know, watch this space.
I'm pretty much a painter. I started off hand painting lots of little intricate patterns onto vintage furniture.
Wow, look at that, guys. It's so beautiful.
And another one.
Time you shook my hand, it felt so nice. I swear I never feel this way about any other guy, and I never usually notice people's eyes, but
Pisces vibes. Because I started doing a star sign collection. This one's Gemini. We've got Taurus.
Wow.
This is basically going to be the Cancer star sign painting.
much more heavily than I'd originally planned.
They're all
Embarrassing
feminist vibes.
Cool.
And then this is Laura.
Wow.
Remember Laura?
Laura? Who's Laura? Ah, Laura! Wow, this is incredible. It really looks like Laura.
Like, I saw a selfie of Laura this day, and I was just like splashing paint on the canvas, and I painted this stupid shape. I was like, oh, it looks like that headdress that Laura was wearing, and then it just came out of me.
Wow.
I've got these like three-piece oceany vibes.
Wow.
Here's my lockdown bedroom.
Look at that.
Cause I wanted to impress, but I wasn't sure if I looked my best. Cause I was
But yeah, I'm definitely taking permission.
carried on regardless, starting through each room trying to find you.
And then after that, I'll be open to
When I saw you
whatever.
kiss the toilets for the entire night. Saturday night, I watched Channel 5. I particularly like CSI. I don't ever dream about you and me. I don't ever make up stuff about us that would be considered insanity.
Share your smile. Share your smile. Share your smile for us today. Share it every day. Share it. Show us your beauty. Ooh, your beauty. Show us your smile. Share your smile. alright on. Gonna share your smile for everyone. What you gonna do? You're gonna turn it alright on. Share your smile for what you gonna do? You're gonna turn it on. Share the smile for everyone. Hello, welcome to this week's edition of Love Letters. It's been raining a lot. It's been a little bit bleak as I've got wet sneakers out there, which is why now, more than ever, send a love letter. Show someone that you appreciate them. We've had some really, really beautiful ones come in this week. Can't wait to share them with you.
Oh, finally the rain's cleared up a bit. How are you guys doing? Oh, you needed some rain, didn't you? But it's definitely mushed your flowers up a bit. Oh, so you got some friends taking shelter under here. Wow, it's a little ecosystem. Oh, so soggy. At least you've all had a good drink. Oh. You guys have got some heavy rain on you, it's keeping you down. I think we need some sun back. Wow, it's like a rainforest here. I think you guys are doing alright. You don't need much attention. Let's have a look up here. Ooh, something's been chewing at you. I'll have to keep you safe from the slugs. Thought you'd be alright up here, but there we go. Oh, what's this? Is this for me? Dear Sam, you green-fingered gorgeous thing. When you check on us after the night's rain, we tingle and try to show our best. You make us so happy with your pottering about the garden. Please never leave us, Sam, or we're sure the slugs will come and get us. Love you. Oh, well, I'll always keep you safe, my pretties. No slugs will get to you. I think you're safe up here.
Isn't that so kind? Gosh, it warms my heart right up. And it's quite cold today, so that's a very good thing. Here's one from somewhere where it's not been raining quite so much, although rainy season's about to start, I've been told.
Meli Sparks. Nka funyo ma meli. Ibanyali kortanandi. Famo kata 2020 molmo nyojeno. Bare jiko bijele ko 2021 ni sima ya bije ma nyojela le kotengi. Andum bidala bisawa. Kunum Bric yenje baratum faya natala ko aba kile Nkontanta baga kanis kuma safe kadu ko ni tela kafunyo maya fo kontano ni seo inene man ko kenna min sanni yokuya wala kambatandi wato wati nimba kacala fo jusula anin seo mulati na bin ko fonsa ni kuma safe ite kamunta ko mala ko yaminki inta da maka ni dunia ikafunyo malo pavi
Whoa. Oh. Thanks so much for sending that in all the way from Brufut, Gambia. Mate, the sun's come out a little bit just from that one letter getting sent across the airwaves. Love letters global. That's the power of pen and paper and the internet. Although it's still going to be raining here, and I think there's more rain headed Brufut way too. Thanks so much for sending that in. Really appreciate it. Here's some little clips to get you inspired, get that creative rain juices, raining juices flowing. Here's a little collage about love. Lovely, lovely, oh yes, I love you. La 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 la, la la, oh, yeah, yeah, love you, love you, love you. I love you and you, yeah, yeah.
I'm thinking of the words to say. I'm looking for another way to speak, to see, to speak, to see. I'm thinking of the words to say. I'm looking for another way to see, to speak, to see, to speak. To see, to speak. Welcome. Hello and welcome back to Brac Abundance. Thank you to all those that are tuning in. Welcome to anyone that's just joined us. This week's workshop, the workshop of the week, is a real treat. We have Anna doing a yoga session with you. Anna is a student and she ran 3 yoga workshops in 2 different locations last year in Manchester. Amazing teacher and yeah, clear, wonderful. So please do join. You can join the workshop live with us now. You can get the link in the bottom of our video anywhere that you found this page. So please do click in. You can choose not to be seen if you want. You can block your camera out, but you can join in live and speak with Anna as well as she's coming along and go to the tutorial. So zen it up and cheer, and I hope you have a good session and see you later.
Hello everyone, my name's Anna and I'm going to be running a half-hour yoga flow, yoga workshop, whatever you want to call it. So you can follow along. We've posted the Zoom link so you can either join in here with your video and mic on or off, up to you, or you can just follow through the Naya TV program that I hope you've all been watching because it's been lovely so far. So I'm going to take a seat back on my yoga mat. Make sure you're wearing something comfortable. Maybe have some water nearby if you want it. And yeah, I'm going to make us start. We'll start slow in case people are still joining and just finding the link. So the most important thing that we want to do to start off is start seated in a comfortable position of your choice. That might be legs crossed, uncrossed, maybe sat on your feet, but with a nice long straight spine. So we're going to start by bringing our focus into our breath. So maybe closing the eyes, gently inhaling in through the nose and back out. And again, fill up your lungs. And an easy exhale. For the next inhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And exhale back to center. Inhaling the head over the other way. And exhaling back to center. So we're going to inhale to look over that right shoulder. Exhaling back to the middle. Inhale to look over the other way. And exhaling back to center. So we're going to drop that head to the right again. Roll your chin down to your chest. Left ear to left shoulder. Gently tilting back and round. And then going the other way. Slowly rolling your head. Just gently tilting it back to center. So now we're going to melt that right elbow down to the ground for a nice side body stretch. Maybe gently rocking forwards and back. So open up that side, inhale. Let the next breath pull you all the way up and tip you over to the other side. Again, maybe gently tilting forwards and back to open up that side of body. Next inhale, pulling you all the way up to the top. And exhale, gently tilting you forwards. So try to let your head hang heavy. Maybe shake the head out. The forehead can rest on the floor if it reaches. Otherwise, just let it hang loose. The forearms can come down if there's space. Just breathing into your back for a moment. Before slowly rolling up through your spine, one little bit at a time, back to a seated position. So we're going to take it to all fours. Nice, easy transition. So you want to place your hands beneath your shoulders and your knees beneath your hips. Feel the contact of the tops of your feet with your yoga mat. On the next inhale, we're going to drop the belly and lift the gaze. And exhale to curl through the spine, chin to chest. Inhaling to drop the belly. You might want to have a little look over your shoulders. Exhale to curl through your spine. And maybe it feels nice to draw some big circles with those hips. Going through as an extended child's pose. Coming forwards. And back round the other way. And then settling back in a nice flat back tabletop position. So curl those back toes in. Really spread your fingers, let your forearms shine forwards and peel up your hips into your first downward dog. Maybe pedal the legs out to loosen into those calves. Or take a gentle sway just to loosen into the position. You can inhale up onto your tiptoes and exhale, lower the heels. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up one more time, exhaling to lower the heels gently, and then take a nice slow stroll, one step at a time, to the top of your mat, before taking a moment in your forwards fold. Might feel nice to hold the opposite elbows with your hands. Maybe take a gentle sway from side to side. Remembering that nice deep breathing the whole time. And then slowly roll up through your spine, bit by bit, with your head being the last thing to come up. So we're going to stand in mountain pose. So either feet flush together, or you can have them hip distance apart, it's your choice. But you want to stand with a nice straight spine, a flow of energy coming all the way up the front body, and then lengthening down through the tailbone for a nice long spine and a downward energy through the back body. Palms facing forwards, taking a deep breath here. On your next inhale, send the arms up over your head, holding a big beach ball. Exhale, fold it down to your forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, melt it back down. Place the palms on the mat, either stepping or jumping back to a plank pose. So you want a nice, long, straight spine with your crown shining forwards and your heels shining back. Take a deep inhale here and exhale to lower slowly with the elbows tucked in. Your next inhale can push you gently up just into a baby cobra. And exhale melts you back down. Tucking the toes in. You can either come up to a half plank on the knees or a full plank. Inhale and then push back up to that downward dog on the exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to step that right foot through between the hands. Nice low lunge. You can drop the back knee here. We're going to inhale those arms up again. Crescent lunge. Big inhale. And on the exhale, send your weight backwards, straightening through that front leg, micro bend in the front knee, folding over that leg. Inhale to lengthen and lift. Exhale to fold forwards. Then we're going to roll back through to that nice slow lunge, lifting the back knee. And inhale to open up the chest to the left. Exhale to bring it back down. And then stepping it back to that downward dog. Taking a breath here to settle. Nice big cleansing breath. And the next inhale is going to step your left foot through. Back into that low lunge. Dropping the back knee. We're going to inhale both arms up. Big beach ball overhead. Gentle bend in the back if it's in your practice. And on your next exhale, sending the weight backwards, folding forwards over that front leg. Keeping a nice micro bend in the knee, or a generous bend if that feels too much. Inhale to shine your heart forwards. And exhale to fold back down. And rolling through that front foot, lifting the back knee. We're going to inhale to open up the chest to the left. And exhale back down. Frame that front foot. This time, stepping the back foot to meet the front. Taking a moment in your forwards fold. And then rolling up through the spine with soft knees. Back to stand. So once again, we're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale to fold it down forwards. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees so you can place your palms down, stepping or jumping back to plank. We're going to take a deep inhale here. You can either drop the knees first or keep them raised. Lowering down slowly with control. Then inhaling all the way up to up dog this time. Maybe take a little look over each shoulder. Tucking the back toes in. You can then peel yourself back up to that downward dog. On your next inhale, we're going to step that right foot forwards again. This time, grounding through the back heel. We're going to inhale, palms up to your heart center, bend in the front knee. You're in your warrior one. Next inhale is going to send the arms up and overhead. Deep breath here. Trying to keep your hips nice and square to the front of the mat. We're going to drop that left arm down, right arm goes up. Peaceful warrior. And the next breath tips you all the way over to catch the right elbow on top of the right knee, bringing the left arm up and over for an extended side angle. If you want to deepen the stretch, there's the option to bring the right fingertips down to the mat. The next breath is going to lift you from that top hand all the way up and tip you back again, this time lengthening the front knee. And the next breath tips you back over the other way, keeping both legs straight. You're in your open triangle with the left arm up towards the sky. Lovely big chest opener here. Try not to collapse into your hip. One more breath here. And then we can bend that front knee, bring it back down to a nice low lunge. And step it back to that downward dog. Take a nice big deep breath here. And then your next inhale is going to step the left foot through. Take a moment in that low lunge. And then you can ground the back heel. And from your center, we're going to lift up to that warrior one with your hands in prayer at your heart center. Deep inhale. Easy exhale. And then the next inhale is going to send those arms up and overhead. Keep that breathing going. And then we're going to drop the right hand down, the left arm comes up. Peaceful warrior. With the next breath, tipping you over, catching the elbow on top of the knee. The other arm up and over for extended side angle. Again, if you want to deepen the stretch, you can bring those fingertips down to the mat just to get a little bit lower. Feel that lovely stretch down the side of your body. And then let your next inhale pull you all the way up, extending that front leg, lifting that arm up. And then the next breath just tipping you over, keeping those legs straight, creeping that left hand down the shin to wherever it reaches, where you can keep the legs straight. With your right arm, extend it up to open up the chest. You're in your open triangle. One more breath here. And then bring a gentle bend back into that front knee. Framing that front foot in that low lunge. Little bend to push you back to that forwards fold. Maybe just pedal out the legs. Shake the head no, nod it yes. Forward fold is so good for your circulation and just a great stress reliever. Really releases any tension in your shoulders. And then slowly with soft knees, you can roll up through your spine, with your head being the last thing to come up. Taking another moment to settle in your mountain standing pose. Even distribution of weight through all four corners of the feet. Maybe lift up your toes, spread them out, and place them gently back down. Then we're going to inhale the arms up again. And exhale, rain it down. Inhale for a halfway lift, your version. And exhale down to forward fold. Placing the hands down, stepping or jumping back to plank pose. This time, we're going to shift our weight into that right hand, tip ourselves over, open up for a side plank on the right. There are options here. The lower knee can come down for extra support. The feet can be stacked, or if you fancy an extra challenge, the top leg can come off. One breath here, and then bring it back to your centered plank. Take a moment before shifting the weight into the left hand, tipping yourself over and peeling to open up your chest to the left. Again, the bottom knee can come down, the feet could be stacked, and for an extra challenge, the top leg can come up. Taking one big breath here before coming back round to that centered plank. Taking a nice deep cleansing breath. And then on the exhale, either dropping the knees down first or keeping them raised, lowering down with the elbows tucked in all the way onto your chest this time. And we're going to interlace the fingers behind our back. And on the next inhale, drive your hands towards your heels. Gently lift your chest. Really lovely shoulder opener. And release it whenever you're done with that. Placing the hands beneath the shoulders, keeping the knees where they are. You can just push back for a child's pose, just to rest your back for a moment. Keeping everything nice and soft and easy. Breathing into the space created between your shoulder blades. In your own time, whenever you're ready, we're going to meet back in tabletop position. And from here, tucking the back toes in, really spreading the fingers, we're going to peel back up to that downward dog. Nice deep inhale. Easy exhale. Anchoring the left heel down, the next inhale is going to lift the right leg up into the air. On the exhale, bringing your knee to your nose and stepping the foot through between your hands. Create a nice stable base through your legs. Soften your knees, push down through your legs. Inhale the arms up and exhale into your lunge. The next inhale lifts you up. And on the exhale, we're going to twist it out to the right. So left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, both arms up. Take another twist. One more of these. Twisting it out. And then one more big inhale lifts you up. And the exhale this time grounds your back heel and opens you out to your warrior two. So you want to be careful not to let your knee knock inwards or outwards. And you don't want to overshoot that knee further than over your ankle. Think of pulling the pinkies back, stacking your spine nice and straight. Gonna inhale up, exhale sink. Inhale up. Exhale, stretch it out. One more of these, use all that space around you. Exhale, sink back down. And from here, we're going to straighten that front leg. Point both the toes in. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, dive forwards for a forwards fold. It doesn't matter how far you get here, whether you can touch the floor or not. Just go as far as feels comfortable. Maybe taking a nice trip from one foot to the other. A gentle sway. Giving both of those legs some love. When you've had enough of that, you can gradually start crawling yourself back round to the front of your mat, back into that low lunge. And from here, you can simply just step it back to that downward dog. Taking a breath to settle here. Deep inhale. Easy exhale. Anchor the right heel down this time. We're going to inhale the left leg up. And exhale, bring your knee to your nose. And then step that foot through to your low lunge. Creating a nice stable base. Soften your knees, push down through your legs, and big inhale brings you up. And exhale into that lunge. Inhale pulls you up. And exhale twists you out to the left this time. Inhaling both arms up. And exhaling to twist it out. One more of these. Nice, big, beautiful breath. One more big inhale. This time grounding the back heel on the exhale. Bending into that front knee and opening out to your warrior two. So keeping a nice straight stacked spine. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. Thinking of pulling those pinkies back, sending the energy way beyond your arms. We're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, stretch it out. Inhale up. Exhale to sink gently down. One more of these. Following the pace of your own breath. And then we're going to straighten both legs. Toes pointing gently forwards. Inhale the arms up. Big star pose, use all the space around you. And then we're going to fold forwards. Excuse this compromising position. Hello. So again, you can maybe take a gentle sway from side to side. Maybe walk yourself from one leg over to the other. Just to give both of those legs some love. Let your head hang nice and heavy, releasing any tension from your shoulders. And then slowly crawl yourself back round to the front of your mat, framing that front foot. Then you can step the back foot in to meet it. Take a moment in your forwards fold. Really enjoying this inversion. And then whenever you're ready, slowly roll up the soft knees, with your head being the last thing to come up. So we're going to stand now with our feet just slightly wider than hip distance apart, and the toes pointing just gently outwards. We're going to inhale both arms up, palms together at the top, and then slowly sink down all the way into a yogic Hindi squat. You can use the elbows to gently press out your knees. If the heels don't come to the floor, that's fine. If you need to be on your toes, just do whatever's comfortable. Deep inhale, easy exhale. Just taking one more moment here before gently lowering yourself down to sit. So we're going to go for a cobbler's pose from here. So that's bringing the feet together close to your body, or as close to your body as is comfortable. Holding the ankles and sitting up nice and straight. You can start by maybe giving the arches of your foot some love, giving them a little massage. Really get in there. It might be something, a part of your body that you don't give a lot of attention to usually, but it's the part that serves you on a day-to-day basis. We spend a lot of time on our feet. And we're going to take a nice deep inhale, sit up nice and tall, and the exhale is going to actually just gently lean us forwards. You can use your elbows to push your knees slightly closer to the ground. Trying to keep a nice flat back at first. And then just let your head hang heavy. Curl through your spine. Really enjoy getting inside your own little cave. One more breath here. And then slowly roll yourself back up. Now from here, we can just take another comfortable seated position. That could be legs crossed, uncrossed. We're just going to cool ourselves back down again. So first we're going to take the right hand to the left knee, placing the left hand behind, just for a gentle twist. I like to think of a twist sometimes as wringing out any of the bad stuff, you know, like how you wring out a flannel or a towel. Ease yourself back to center. And then bringing the left hand to the right knee, looking back over that right shoulder. Don't force it, just a gentle twist. And easing it back to center. And now your choice, either with the palms face down on the knees, or you can have your palms up, or just gently one hand in the other in your lap. We're just going to take a few deep breaths to close the practice. So bringing your attention back inwards, maybe closing the eyes gently, or just softening your gaze down past your nose. Taking a deep inhale in through the nose. And a big exhale out through the mouth, a big sigh. And again, really fill up your lungs. Big sigh out through your mouth. And for the last time, we're going to inhale the arms up. Palms together at the top this time, and exhale your hands down to your heart center. See if you can feel your heart beating for you. Just take a moment to thank yourself for bringing yourself to the practice today. And thank your body for all of the amazing things that it does for you. Bring the thumbs up to the third eye in the center of your forehead. Big inhale in and exhale to bow. I hope you all feel refreshed and revitalized and you enjoyed that. Yeah, that's the end of the practice. You can rewatch it, I think, at any point if you want to revisit it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. And goodbye. I think I'm turning my video off now.
Thank you very much, Anna, for that wonderful yoga show. It was wonderful. Thank you so much. I hope that you guys at home are feeling a bit more flexible, a little bit refreshed, ready for your evening, whatever you're gonna do. So thank you all for being here with us. We've got one more thing left for us, and that is a video, very special video from Russell and his band. I asked for some people to send in videos, and this is the one that we've chosen for today. But before that, I just want to say thank you, big up to Millie in the studio for keeping everything going. Whoop, whoop. I think she heard us. Yeah, if you've got anything that you could send in, any videos, you want to do a workshop like Anna did, please come and share with us, because we are Brac Abundance Art Collective, and we would like to be part of it too. So we would like videos, music videos, just little quirky videos. If you want to send a love letter, just get involved. So now we're gonna have a video called Apollo. I can't even say it. Apollo. How do I say it? Apollo. The Wrath of Apollo. What is the nature of gods and humans? What lengths will they go to display their power? Does that power lie in strength or knowledge? Are we so different? It was in the time that men in their arrogance plundered the land and flew to the heavens. This displeased those upon high who sent forth pestilence. I'm terrible, I can't read. So, on that note, enjoy. And come back again next week. Brac Abundance, Brac Abundance, Brac Abundance.
Silence in my heart when we're in All of us get ready.
Farewell, I say goodnight. We hate to go. Brac Abundance, so long. Farewell, Vida say goodnight. We hate to go, but we'll be back again. We'll be back again. Thank you all for being here, for listening, for being alive in this universe. You are wonderful. Brac Abundance. I wish you abundance. Hopefully next week we'll have Robin back with us live. Live. I'm glad you're alive one last time. So long, farewell. Vida say goodnight. We hate to go, but we'll be back soon. We'll be back soon. We'll be back soon. Don't forget to howl at the moon. Abundance. Have a wonderful evening. Lots of love. Take care. Speak easy. Okay, I better go. How's that? It was okay?